as a brand. I don't know. That's the hardest thing. Hello, hello. Da, 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 da. Mana, mana, dee, 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 dee. Mana, mana, dee, 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 dee. Mana, mana, dee, 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 dee. Can you hear me is the question. And you see, Susie's got her phone up to her ear. Hey, everybody. The Tuesday Tribe, Tuesday Live. This is the part where I just kind of kill a few minutes where everybody starts popping on. Some of you saw my Instagram post where I was using my craft and carry workstation to design the perfect crossbody bag. And I think that was an Instagram post. If you're not following on Instagram, hop over to Instagram and follow Life in the Wick, Totally Tiffany. Did I put it on Life in the Wick? I think it's on the Totally Tiffany thing. Totally Tiffany organizes on Instagram. So I put this post of me using the craft carry workstation to design this new bag. And there was a couple questions on there. One of them was, will we get to see the bag when you're done? And absolutely you will. It is not part of the Totally Tiffany line. It is part of a new line of products that I'm working on that's totally outside of crafting. But I will definitely make sure you all know about that. And if you want to stay updated on that, of course, you can follow me at Life in the Wick, and then you'll get more scoop there as well as that evolves. Okay, how are we doing? Leanne, are you with us? Yes, I see Leanne's popping on. She hears and sees us. Okay, so let's jump in and get started. Welcome, Tuesday Tribe, to Tuesday Live. I'm so excited that you're here with us today. We've got kind of a short list of questions, but as you know, when you're watching, you're free to ask questions, and Susie and Leanne will try to keep up with that crazy feed and get the questions to me.
Start with question first.
Oh, yeah. Susie says, please remember to start your question with the word question in all caps, and that makes it really easy for them to see as they're going through the feed. Okay.
And post if you want to win later.
Oh, and if you want to win the $25 gift certificate, you got to put up a post. So you can ask a question, tell us what your favorite Totally Tiffany product is, tell us where you're from, say hi, just get your name in the mix, and that way Leanne will do a random drawing at the end of today's Tuesday Live, and you can win. But you can't win if you don't post, so make sure you put something in the post, in the feed. Okay, what big excitement today. Lowest bundles are the special today. And I don't have all of them to go through. There's 4 different ones, but they include the clear lowest tote. So if you don't have the clear lowest, I know I said to Susie, I don't think I have one. I think it's out in my car, actually. That's where it is. The clear lowest has no canvas on the bottom. It is 100% clear, same size, same shape, all of those things. It's great for going to events, right? It's great for crafting too, of course, but it's great for going to different events because it's totally clear. So if you have to carry a clear bag into an event, there's that. I love mine as a picnic tote because it's all clear vinyl. So if you spill something in it or something gets messy, it's great for that. So in the bundles, the clear lowest tote is the free lowest that you get. There's one with paper handlers. There's one with buddy bags, and my favorite one in the group is there's one that includes 5 12 by 12 fab files. And these come with the pockets on the inside, right? So you're getting 5 of the fab files. You're getting the 5 storage pockets in each of the fab files. And then you're getting the lowest tote for free. So it's a great deal. And all 5 of these will fit in the lowest tote. So especially if you're looking for ways to organize specific things or projects or groups of projects, this is a great bundle, but the value is there. And the clear lowest tote, if you don't have one, is really is really awesome. So that's just on the on specials page on the Totally Tiffany website. And I apologize to all of you in the UK. I did talk to James about getting the same specials across on the Crafters Companion website for the UK crowd, and he is working on that. And hopefully, James is going on vacation, so that may slow down the whole process. But hopefully by September.
Did we approve that?
I know we did not approve James going on vacation.
I don't know about that.
I know. James is adorable. He's quite young. Well, he's not that young, but he's in early 30s compared to us. He's quite young. And I did give him a little lecture today about it's time to propose to his girlfriend. And he was like, "You're not my mom." And I was like, "Yeah, but I'm old enough to be your mom." So There it is. Okay, so September, he's adorable. James is adorable. But September, hopefully we'll have that all squared away. And I apologize. I know it's a bummer for all these deals to be out there and you're not able to take advantage of them. So sorry about that.
We're trying.
We're working on it. Okay, first question. Maggie Martinez. Is there a sister bag to the Denise Buddy bag? I need one with only one insert. Sincerely, a TT Addict. No, there is not. However, I did bring this up. I would like to know, Maggie Martinez, what is it that you are trying to store in that bag that you need that size and shape for? Because if maybe in order for me to push through a new buddy bag, I have to be able to say, you can use it for this and this and this. So tell me what you want to do with it, and I will do my best to make that a reality. I think I posted a comment back on your question on the feed on Facebook too. But I think it could be a great idea. I just need to know all the things that we're going to store in there. So, all right. Mary Ann Leventhal. She says, my cart wheels collapsed. Can I get a replacement? And I believe the answer is absolutely. Email customer service at totally-tiffany.com. That's going to be Leanne who you're going to get to. And if there was a way to get you replacement wheels, she will take care of that for you or help you take care of it. When you reach out to Leanne with these kinds of questions, it's fastest and easiest if in your email you give her all your info. So, you know, what cart you have. You might have to take a picture of it if you don't know exactly where, you know, your mailing address, anything like that. And then she can, if you give her all the information, she can get everything handled and just get things shipped out to you right away. And you don't have to go back and forth with more questions. So any additional information you can provide when you're reaching out to Leanne makes her job faster, which means you're going to get your solution faster. So give her all the info, but I do believe that should be fine. D. Schrock says, I see a light pink buddy bag on your shelf. Are you now offering Stephanie's pink buddy bags on the Totally Tiffany website? I am not. However, I just did a show with Stephanie and I don't usually have these out. And then I thought, well, there's no reason I can't actually use the ones I have and show the ones that I have because they are available on Stephanie's website. So she has a collection right now that are these 3 bags. Look how cute they are in the pink. This is a Sioux. This is the Terry. And then, of course, this is Edna. So look at my Easter ribbons in that pink. Is that so cute?
That's so cute.
I know, it's so cute. So yeah, if you want to add a little color to your buddy bag collection, she also has some purple. She has some turquoise, different bags. But this is something I get asked about on a kind of a regular basis, Project Life cards. So I have both the 4x6 and the 5x7 Project Life cards in here, and they're just kind of grouped together by style or type or pattern or whatever you want to call it. And I just separate the small cards from the large cards by, you know, so everything in front of this is this group, blah, blah, blah. But this is the Sioux, and it worked perfect for storing Project Life cards. And then you can see them. And you know what I always say, if you can see them, you'll probably use them. So it's a little bit roomy in there, but it worked great. And then, of course, Terry, we all know Terry is...
And there are more bags coming in purple.
No, I don't know. That's up to Stephanie. So, yeah, Stephanie can bring... She gets to choose from the line. She has an exclusive on the colored buddy bags right now. So if anybody's going to have pink, purple, turquoise, it's just going to be Steph.
We need turquoise buddy bags.
I know.
So, this is Lynn Villarreal wants to know when you're coming to Houston.
I love Houston. Lynn Villarreal, I would love to come there. We're not doing traveling for shows or anything anymore, but maybe when I go visit my sister again, she's in Avery, Texas, we could make a pop down and say hi. I miss that about doing shows, like actually getting to meet people when we were doing all the consumer shows and conferences. That was really fun. Okay, so Stephanie, I keep saying Stephanie, I know what I should be saying is the Stamps of Life. So if you want pink or purple or turquoise, and she doesn't have all the bags in all the colors, but she does have some great bundles of bags. I know she's got Kirsten and Karen, I think, in purple. I don't remember who she has in turquoise. I should have her send me those because I don't actually have them. But I love the pop of color, right? It'd be fun to mix that in. So All right. Debbie Watson says, my screen changed here. Sorry.
Oops.
Debbie Watson, I'd love to see some slide stash and store with shorter backs so they could fit in my drawers. I'm only able to use the number 1 due to the backs of all the others too tall for most normal drawers. Debbie Watson, your wish is my command. I shouldn't say that. We are working on a bunch of new slide stash and store, something for you quilters out there, especially for fat quarters. I think there's room in the marketplace for closet organizers. And as you said, drawer organizers. I think a lot of you have seen that. I actually have all of my lids for like my Tupperware in I have a deep drawer that has Tupperware in it. Is it called Tupperware anymore? I don't know, but plastic things with lids, plastic containers with lids.
Plastic storage.
Plastic storage, yes.
Tupperware if it has Tupperware.
That's right. So I think I have Glad and Ziploc and a few other things. Anyway, Rubbermaid, yeah. Rubbermaid, Sterilite. Anyway, I was able to take 2 of the, I think mine are both number 3s, and I just put them in the side of the drawer, and then I stand up all the lids, and then I have all the containers stacked by size. So it makes it really easy to grab the lid in the container. Really, really easy to put things away also, right? So yes, we are working on some other things. I think there's great ideas for pantry storage if we brought those backs down as well. Just keep your eye. I think you're going to see a lot more slide stash and store. It's just such a simple solution. So Debbie Gontier, she says, where do I file leftovers from collections like this? I have a scrap rack. And she put up a picture, for those of you who have seen the post, of looks like a 12 by 12 sticker sheet that was all sort of home related things. And so I think the perfect answer is we're done with most of it. So it's away from the collection. Now I need to store it where I'm going to see it. So for me, I have a section in my scrap rack that's called Home, Family, and Food. And this kind of thing would go in there perfectly. And it is where I would look for this type of thing. It has some like decorator items, like some vases with flowers on it. It says Home Sweet Home. I think it says Bless This House. There's a little thing that says home. So it's really kind of that home related theme. And so that's where it would go for me. And the most important thing, Debbie and everyone, when you're trying to decide where you should store this is, like, what do you think about when you use it? Do you think, oh, like this has a lot of brown and black in it, a lot of neutral tones? When you look at that, are you going to think, I would mostly use this now for those color tones versus the theme that it's with, home, or home, family, fun, or maybe you just have home, or maybe you have a section called decor. Where would you use this, and where would you go looking for it is kind of the question. And the other thing that I think is proven true over and over again for me is your gut. Like the first reaction that you get when you think about that is where it should go, even if it seems a little weird afterwards, right? So put it wherever, like your first reaction, where should this go? It should go in home, or it should go in black and tan, or whatever. Put it there, because if that's how you thought about it first, that's probably how you're going to think about it first next time. And then again, it's just a little bit more personal, like what you craft about what sections you have. All right. Do you have a question, Susie?
No.
Okay, I got a couple questions here from Beth Beckermeyer says, when is the next GOC class? We don't have a date set for the next GOC class. I know that there is an awesome, what Barbara Carlson calls unsanctioned or something, GOC happening right now on the Get Organized with Totally Tiffany Facebook group. You can jump in on that, but I will follow up with Crafter's Companion and find out when they want to launch the next GOC.
Back to the stash and store. Have you ever thought about colored stash and store?
I always think about color. So I don't know if everybody could hear Susie. Someone's asking, what about colored stash and store? I always think about color, but then you're limited to who likes what, and then that becomes kind of a challenge. But yes, I love the idea of color. I think it'd be gorgeous too. Like, I mean, these are nice and neat and tidy, but it would be really pretty if they were all turquoise or all pink or whatever color. But so it's never out of the question. It's just a little bit harder to do and manage that many SKUs, to be honest with you. Dina Lorman says, I know I'm not spelling this right, but what is the Kiwi Lane brand? Also, best for 6x8 or 9 cardstock. Love watching you. Love your products, Kiwi Lane. But what is the Kiwi Lane brand? I'm not sure. Kiwi Lane, I'm not sure if you're asking me about Kiwi Lane, which I don't think I have. I might have some right here. No, but I will summon Susie, the getter, the queen of the getter. One shelf up, about center. Those long, skinny boxes, not the one with tissue. No, the closed up ones. No, is there another one? Like, no.
The same box, right?
No, all the way over. Is there one more? Yeah, what's
the same as that?
But there's nothing in it.
No.
No.
I mean, there's.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Oh, sorry.
It looks like there's nothing in it. So I don't know if you're asking about Kiwi Lane as the brand. Kiwi Lane is awesome. If you have not played with Kiwi Lane, I would totally encourage you to go to their website and watch some demos. And they show you how. So this is Kiwi. This is what they make. Kiwi Lane. So they make all these cool little templates, right, that you trace and cut. And they have all these beautiful papers that are double-sided and everything goes together. And it is a way to create cards, well, anything, home decor, cards, scrapbook pages, just using paper basically and keeping things fairly flat. And I'm not describing it very well and it doesn't sound very exciting, but their product works great and they're beautiful. Like the pages and the cards that they make are just so if you're asking about Kiwi Lane, that is what they do, and it's kiwilane.com. You can check them out, watch a video, but they make their products work great. We make the organizer box and the pockets that store all the Kiwi Lane templates. So that's this product line. So if you search Kiwi Lane on the Totally Tiffany website, it would bring up this product line that organizes it. But if you're asking about Kiwi Lane as a company, that is what they do, and they're really, it sounds funny, all of us that are paper crafters, and we think of all the things that we need, all the embellishments and all the other stuff. And they just basically use paper and some ink to kind of distress out edges and that type of thing. And I mean, they have a few other things, but in general, it's all pretty flat. And they're really great. Their products, their finished product when you work with their products look amazing. Rena Reddy says, if a TT product is purchased at a local scrapbook store and it is defective, can you contact the Totally Tiffany customer service rep to get it taken care of? Probably. That's a good question for Leanne. So send Leanne customer service at totally-tiffany.com exactly what you're talking about and what the defect is on it. And then I'm not 100% sure. She is the authority on how those things get handled. If it's just a part or something like that she can send you a replacement part, she probably will. But if it's something bigger than that, yeah, you may have to return it and then and get a new one there. The store should give you your money back or give you a brand new product because they can claim it with us to get their money back or get a replacement product. So email Leanne, tell her what your full story is, and she will direct you the best place to go and how to handle that.
Not a question, but cute. I don't know who BB Georgia Peach is, but leave for retreat tomorrow. Looking at my pile, I'm counting 18 buddy bags.
Yay, Georgia Peach. For those of you who didn't hear Susie or read that feed, she's leaving for a retreat with 18 buddy bags. Everything organized, everything accessible, everything visible, everything locked up. Great job. You should post up a picture. Maybe you have. I'll have to get on the Facebook feed and check it out. Okay.
I got a question for you.
All right.
Could we get a slide stash and store with a taller front? I use them for We Are Memory purpose. It says board with instructions. A slightly higher front would work so much better for those unless you have another solution. And she corrected herself. It says punch board. Sorry.
I've got a lot of punch boards here. So I don't know. So this is the number 3. This is the slimline punch board, and this is the pinwheel. punch board. They may have, this is the banner punch board. Can you tell I have a little bit of an addiction here with my, this is the flower. Yeah, not as bad as washi tape, Susie says. So I have quite a few of them in the number 3. They probably do make, and actually they probably do make things that are taller that I just don't have. I would also look at the vinyl roll organizer because it does have a taller back. So this is the vinyl roll versus so we'll put these back to back so you can see. So the vinyl roll is what is that? About 1.5 inches taller. So the VRO or vinyl roll organizer, which is the same kind of product, might be what you're looking for because it is taller in the back, but it's got that same 13-inch length. So that may work really well for you in that case. Check out the VRO. And I think it's wide enough, definitely wide enough to hold most punch boards and all their accessories. All right, let's see what else we got here. My list popping up. Queen Mom Kathy 1. Is there storage for Quilter's jelly rolls? Woo woo. No, but it is coming. Oh. So keep your eyes on, well, I'll be honest with you. We are only through the first iteration of a sample. I made a ton of changes when I got the first one. You're thinking, how is that possible? It's such a simple thing. But there were a ton of changes. But hopefully we will see that, maybe January. So it is coming. We're working on that jelly rolls and fat quarters. So ta-da. I love saying, yes, we have something coming for that. Eugene Barber says, do any of the tabbed pockets fit in the Sioux bag? Possibly the 4x6. Let's check it out. 4x6 pocket samples. There's going to be a lot of, there's going to be a lot of room in there. So here are the 4x6 pockets. No, there's not enough height. I mean, you could squish the tabs down, if the tabs weren't that important, but you can see how high the tabs stick up over the top of the Sioux bag. So there is some height in the flap, but not quite enough. So, and those would be the only ones, the 5x7. I mean, I can show you what a 5x7 would look like in there. I have some right here because it was, oh no, they're in my, that is here we go. There's some 5x7s waiting to get labeled. So the 5x7s also fit lengthwise, but you can't close the lid on those either. So, sorry, short answer, no. I wonder if the pockets would be too big for that also. Sorry, I don't have a good answer. I mean, I have an answer, but it's not.
Ask you. No, that's here we go. I lost it. I had one. I lost it.
The feed goes so fast.
I know. No, I lost it. But hang on.
How about if I talk about organizing your scraps first? Because Jean Farney Mallet put up a question, not in the necessarily in the Tuesday live feed, but that I was watching or another post. How to organize scraps. A lot of people posted up my scrap masters. They work perfect. So one other thing. So I did have someone contact me and say, I like to keep my scraps right by my Cricut machine, right by my die cutting machine. So when I'm looking for something, it's easy to kind of flip through and scraps. She uses the Kiwi Lane box, and the Kiwi Lane box has lots of different pocket sizes. She likes, let me see if I can find it in here. She likes to use the big open pocket. Of course, I don't have one here. The big 12x6 pocket for her scraps. You could use all the smaller pockets as well, but she uses this box, and I know I have one right here. Uh-oh, what's the matter?
Barb's sound is crackling now and then.
Oh, I wonder if that's the microphone tied up in there. I mean, screwed into the thing. This is the 12x6 pocket. So she uses this box and this pocket and sorts her scraps by color. So if you're looking for smaller scrap storage right next to your die cutting machine or right with your die cutting machine, this is what she uses. But like many of the people responded to the post, the Scrap Master stored right with that category. All your Christmas scraps in a Scrap Master, all your scraps by color within the color group in the Scrap Master works really great. And I know some people also keep all their Scrap Masters just in one place all together. So they might have blue paper over here, but then they keep all their blue scraps in a Scrap Master that's in a Scrap Master bin. So either way, you know me, I like to keep everything together if I can. But there's a couple of options for you there. Corinne Doman says,
that was the one I was just finally found again. Go ahead.
Cosmic gilding polish storage idea. Don't hate me, the lids are tough. Boy, they are tough. That is something that one of the new slide stash and store boxes that they will fit in that. So there's, I guess I can kind of give you the sneak peek visually on those slide stash and store. So there is a new one that's wider and lower, and it is designed for those weird gilding polishes with the weird lid. And it also fits the Nuvo embellishment paste, all those things that come in those pods. It works great for ribbon, and it fits if you use the IKEA storage and you have put the divider that makes a cube into 9 slots. They are designed to fit in those 9 slots. So you can really maximize, you know, fill that tray, fill that slide station store, slide it in, pull it out, but it's going to hold those gilding polishes. It's going to hold ribbon, and it's going to hold the other pods as well. So I think there's a lot of slide stash and store coming along that's really going to work well for that. And then we do have also the new 12x12, the 12x12 storage and supply cases coming out, and they're a little bit too shallow for the gilding polish. But one of the things that we're talking about now is actually going a deeper, like a 3-inch deep instead of 2-inch, and then it would hold bigger things like ribbon and gilding polish and pods and that type of thing as well. So it is something that is on our radar, and it comes up regularly. They are tough. I wish they were different. They are, and they've been a thorn in my side.
Somebody should talk to the manufacturer.
Somebody should talk to the manufacturer, yeah, for years.
I've got one for you. Elizabeth Gaben wants to know which buddy bag fits the close to my heart stamp pads.
Which buddy bag fits close to my heart stamp pads? The newer, the newer magnetic stamp pads fit in the Barbara bag. So there it is, and you can get 10 of them in the Barbara bag. So you can store them this way, flat, and then the ink pads also fit this way. So depending on how you want to store them to keep them flat, you can go either vertically or horizontally and then tip them that way. But that is Barbara. Now, if you have old, close to my heart ink pads, I think those fit in the Irene bag. But these have been around for years, probably now 4 or 5 years. So I'm guessing it's those. If it's the old ones, let me know. I might have a sample around. But I think the Irene bag is best for the old ones. All right. Deborah Seepley says, best way to store cutting pads for Gemini, Big Shot, or the Diamond Press cutting folders. I love a slide stash and store for those. So you can't, well, what size are you using, I guess? So the slide stash and store works great for, I have one right here. I'm going to grab it. Watch me roll my desk right into the camera. I have another one right here, it looks like. Yes. I got all of these things. And I have this, which is the smaller one. Okay. My back lined up? I think I am. I got a little cheater thing. Okay, good. So this is the vinyl roll organizer. It's a little bit taller, right? This is the number 4 slide stash and store. So these are Gemini plates for the regular Gemini. If you have the smaller Gemini, sorry, that's super noisy, right? So these are the smaller Gemini plates, and I just have them in a 6x6 paper handler. What I like about this, that they stick up over the top, same with these, so they're easy to grab. You could easily, if you wanted to put all your cutting plates, so Spellbinders, Gemini, the folders for your diamond press, your Gemini Mini, your Gemini MIDI. So this is the Gemini MIDI. I do have the folders for that in the same Slide Stash and Store. So this is the Big Bertha, the number 6, because I have the machine, the instructions, and the cutting plates, and they all fit well in there. So depending on how your setup is, it may be a combination of Slide Stash and Store and something like this. But if you want to keep them all together in one bin, oh, that was noisy, right? Mine is full here. Pull some of those out. You could also just go this way and this way, right? And then you would have kind of all of your things together. The diamond press ones are a little bit smaller and narrower, but you could easily stand them up in the front of this as well. So just depending on the space that you've got and the tools that you're using and how those are arranged, I would say Slide Stash and Sort. Now, I will tell you as well, I just said that about the the diamond press, which is very similar to the Gemini Mini. So again, this is my Gemini Mini. I just have it in a 5x7 fab file, and then I have all of the folders and shims and everything. They're just in the box with the Gemini. So depending on how you're storing things, you may want to keep your plates with your machines, your smaller machines. But the Slide Stash and Store work great for the bigger machines as well. All right. Now I'm back to my normal Tuesday life madness here. I know. All right. Okay. Let me put this back real quick so I have a little room here. All right. You got anything else popping up, Sue?
Is there something that fits the Cuttlebug in place?
Is there something that fits what?
Cuttlebug?
Cuttlebug. Oh, it's going to be the same. The plates, the Cuttlebug plates. It's going to be the same. I would look. I mean, I don't have a Cuttlebug, so I don't know the exact size. I think the Cuttlebug might be the same size as the MIDI. And then again, the Slide Stash and Store is perfect for that. If you're looking for a way to store all your plates and transport them, then the A4 8.5 by 11 paper taker is going to be a great choice. And you can put all of them into one of the paper taker bags. And if you're unfamiliar with that, let me see if I have one right-handed here. Dun, dun, dun. So 8.5 by 11. I think the Gemini Pro has the bigger plates. Let me see. Let's try a couple of these while I'm here. Oh no, it's going to have to go in the 12 by 12. Oh, I'm glad I pulled it out. I thought those fit in something like this that wasn't 12 by 12 though. Maybe not. Maybe not. So maybe the Lisa bag or the 12 by 12 paper taker are going to fit your plates as well. I'm glad I demoed that, pulled that out, because that would have been bad to give out information like that. That wasn't right. And you would get your bag and you'd be mad. But try the 12 by 12 if you want to transport your bags around or your plates around or store them kind of closed up. All right. Doris Kilbane says, help! My Leanne bag ripped at the seams. Do you guarantee them? It was great for a bunch of close to my heart ink pads rather than having multiple Barbara buddy bags. If not, I need either another Leanne bag or 2 Barbaras. I'm shortly ordering more CTMH ink. I'll need another one. Barbara bag added to either. Love your buddy bag and handy, and then happily. Absolutely, absolutely guaranteed. Please reach out customer service at Charlie-Tiffany. Again, that's Leanne, our girl Leanne, and she will get you all taken care of. I'm sure that's something that she can handle at her end, regardless of where you purchased it. So that's definitely a manufacturing defect on that. So, all right. Anyone else?
Can you show your stadium arranger with the lower on the lower shelf with the pockets?
Can you show your stadium arranger on the lower shelf with the pockets? This one? This one. I got all kinds of them. It's this. So this one has 6x6 pockets in the back. And these are just some 5x7 pockets. These things are just waiting to be labeled and cataloged. So there's that one. And then I'm sure you've heard this, but if your stamps with on both sides, you don't necessarily need to put anything into an envelope or into a folder. Like the goal with putting things in a pocket is getting everything at that same height. And as you can see, all of these are about the same height, so it's easy to label them that way. And then, so that one has some pockets, and this one has pockets, and this one has more sizes of pockets, I guess. Oh, I pulled a bunch out of this one for another demo. So these are the tall 8x5 pockets again, and then the 6x6 pockets here. So one of the nice things about the stadium arranger is that the dividers for the sections move around. So depending on how big your stamps are, your dies are, your pockets are, you can take the dividers out, move them around, or not use them at all. But almost any of our pockets are going to fit in there somehow, some way. Even if you pull the divider out, you can get the 12x12 pockets in the back. So if that is, I hope that answers your question. I'm missing a bunch of stuff out of these that I need to put back in. One of the hazards of what I do is that I'm constantly moving things around to show people how to use them in other things, and then I have to track them back down. All right, anything else, Suze? Now remember, you need to enter something in the chat if you want to be entered to win. And so as we get to the wrap up of today's Tuesday Live, if you haven't put something in the chat, you want to do it right away. Tell us where you're from, what your favorite TT product is, how long have you been following along? It's good. Who's new? I would love to know how many of you watching today, really quickly, just put up a thing, this is my first time, or this is my, this is my second, third time. So if you're in the 1 through 3 range, let us know how long you've been following along. Okay, we talked about organizing scraps. What else have you got? Oh, here we go. Melody Boyd said, is the trash can blue or turquoise? And Melody also says, what do you use for epoxy dots? The trash can comes in both blue and turquoise. So when you read the description on it, I think we're out of the blue ones. I think the picture on the website now says blue. Now is a picture of the blue one, but the trash can is actually turquoise. So if it says in the description it is turquoise versus sky blue, then you should be getting the turquoise color. The other color is called sky blue, and I'm pretty sure that we don't have those anymore, but they may have the pictures incorrect on the website. Again, that might be a question for Leanne. Also, Melody Boy says, what do you use for epoxy dots? My epoxy dots are all in my scrap rack with all the rest of my embellishments. However, if you are looking for somewhere separate to store your epoxy dots, there is a thing which I don't have here called the Flip and Storage Binder. And that is actually going to be on special. I should have mentioned this earlier. Saturday morning is a craft house show. So 10 o'clock Pacific, 1 o'clock Eastern, we will be live on Crafters TV for a 2-hour craft house show. The Flip and Storage Binder will be on sale during that show. It's available on the website now. I think if you search, you could probably search Flip and Storage Binder or 3, the number 3, and then IN, which is 3-inch. It's part of the SKU. So if you just put in the search bar 3IN all together, it'll probably pop up as well. That would be a handy way to get them all into a notebook. Other than that, depending on the size of them, you may find that you like them in the this, or again, depending on the size, let's pull Katja down here for a minute. So this is the Katja Buddy Bag. And there's a variety of things in here. But these little pockets, these are the small die stamp and stencil storage pockets, and they fit in here like a little file. You may also find that the Katja or the Denise bag work great for those little packets of epoxy dots. So without knowing the size, those are some options. And if you want to post up the size or add the size, if there's something better, I could definitely tell you that. Again, the 4x6 or 5x7 fab file with pockets might be great. I know lots of you have seen those. Like sometimes I fill those with embellishments by theme or something, so I can kind of show you. Well, I probably have one right here. Let's see. Yeah. So this is the 5x7 fab file, and it is just loaded up with Christmas embellishments, dimensional embellishments. Oh, those are cards. Of course, the one I pull out is not the dimensional, right? So a bunch of different embellishments here. So putting your epoxy dots in pockets, grouping them by color, and then filing them in a fab file might also be, or a Karen Buddy bag, saying they're going to hold a 5x7 also. So depending on whether you need to be able to tip it upside down or you just want to store it on your shelf, either one of those would be a great solution if they fit. And most of the epoxy dots that I've seen are like a 3x4 or a 4x6 size. And so those are going to fit in a variety of different products. All right, let's see. Denise Pedraza. Question, what is the best way to store chipboard? I have so many different shapes and sizes, I can't decide. Depends how much you have, whether or not you want to take it with you when you go. So, and what it is, right? So for a long time, I had all these chipboard alphabets that were just plain chipboard, but then also all the shapes. So I would keep the shapes of chipboard where they belong. So if you have shapes that are circles and squares, then those would all go in my scrap rack in the shape section, or in a storage box of some size. If you're not using the scrap rack, buy that. These are all circle. These are all, maybe they're all geometrics are going to go together. I don't know how many you have, so that makes it a little bit harder. I loved this guy for organizing chipboard shapes when I had tons of it, because I could put the bigger shapes in the back and then the smaller shapes as you go forward. Alphabets were something that I stored in there because I could store all the alphabets together, A through Z, by size. So depending how many you have, how you move around with them, or do you move around with them, those are all kind of options. But try to keep in mind the more things you can keep together. So if you have chipboard shapes that are houses and house keys, and you have chipboard shapes that are cars, or I don't know, fruit, I don't know what they might be. If you put those in the same categories with everything else, when you're working on a page or a card or something about home, you flip to the home section in your scrap rack, there's that chipboard house is going to be there, and you're going to be like, oh, I can use this, right? If you're not using a scrap rack, maybe you're grouping your themes together in Scrap Masters, or maybe you're putting them all in pizza boxes. It's best that anything that's theme related is kept with the theme, because then you will see it and then you will use it. So again, depending on how you're storing your other materials, whether you can group them together based on the size, my best advice is always put your theme things with themes, keep your shapes together, keep your alphabets together, and then you can find them. But without knowing how much you have and how you move around in the world. And if you want to put more information in, I'm really happy to find that post and say, okay, here are some perfect solutions just for you, just for your collection, or as best as I can do. That would be great. So,
Here.
All right.
D. Schrock, question, what do you use to store your unused pocket tabs?
Oh, what do you use to store your unused tab divider pockets? I have all of mine in a, I wonder if I can see it over there. In a, it's probably number 3, and they're all clipped together by size. No, I think it's a very front one on the bottom shelf towards me. Keep coming this way. all the way at the end. Is that it? Pull that out. That's kind of it. There's maybe another one there, but this is good enough. So I just have them. So I just have a binder clip on them. And so they're clipped together by size. And then they're just, I don't know why these are in here, but, and then I just store them all in a slide stash and store. And so biggest to smallest, and it's easy to find and easy to get to whatever I need that way. And it will hold all the different sizes. And if you have the smaller ones, of course, you can stand them up this way so that you get more height out of them, or even clip them to the side, I guess. That's handy. So that they don't, you can see that they're, but slide stash and store is a miracle worker. That's all I'm saying. Like every answer today has pretty much been slide stash and store, but it keeps everything easy. Now, if you want to close them up in something, if you don't want to leave them open like this, then of course you could use the 12 by 12 fab file. That would hold all the different pocket sizes. You could use the Lisa buddy bag. You could use a 12 by 12 paper taker, and that would keep them all together as well. But if you have a space, always the more open and accessible your products are, the easier it's going to be to just go there and grab whatever it is you need. I do highly recommend clipping them together by size as you put them into something, because it just makes it easier when you're looking. And then I try to keep mine also in tab order, because that's just how I am, I guess. So, but that works great.
All right.
For those.
Sharon Gravick wants to know, when will you be running a sale on the paper or on the pages for the craft binder scrap wrap?
Wow. When will we be running a sale on scrap rack pages? They were just on sale at the beginning of the month. I do know on Saturday, we're doing a bundle with the craft binder, the canvas craft binder. So they may be on sale on Saturday also. So a lot of times when we're talking about one particular thing, they put like the accessories. I don't remember seeing them on the list there. Yes, I don't know for sure, but I do know the binder is on sale on Saturday, and there are some at least side loader single pages included with the binder. So those will probably definitely be on sale, but they may include some of the other scrap rack pages as well.
Okay. You have mentioned you organize your alphas by size and by color. What is first? Large alphas, then by color, or all colors together, small, medium, large?
I organize by size first, because when you are trying to spell something out, you are working within a finite amount of space, right? So if you're making a birthday card that's 5 by 7, you want to see, and you want to put happy birthday in red letter stickers, you want to see all the small red letter stickers that are going to fit on there. And if you have them all, right? So first I put them by size, because if I say, okay, I'm going to write happy birthday in red, and then I get to the red and I don't have enough, I can also see that in that size, I have blue, or I have green, or I have pink, or whatever. So I know all the colors that I have in that size to spell out that word on that size piece of paper. So it's first by size, and then it could be by color, depending on how many. If you have lots of red letter stickers, you might have all the red ones by size together. But definitely, this is a hard thing for people to get their brain around. But when you use alphabets in particular, you are looking at a particular size, right? You can't write happy birthday in 4-inch letters on a 5 by 6 card. If you're writing happy birthday on a great big banner, you want big alphabets, and you want to see all the alphabets you have that are big, that are going to fit. It's not going to do you any good to see your 1-inch chipboard letter H when what you really need are 3-inch letters, right? You want to see all the 3-inch letters that you've got. So number one for organizing alphabets is size first, because that is how you use them. And that's kind of a baseline for how I think about storage. And for those of you who've been around a while, you've heard me keep things together you use together, organize things the way you use them, because that's how you'll find them fastest and easiest.
All right. Question, there's a 12 by 12 handler thing. Will have dividers.
Does the 12 by 12 paper handler come with dividers? No, it does not. The 12 by 12 fab file does, but there are dividers for the paper handler. You can use the 12 by 12 tab divider pockets. You can use the 12 by 12 paper storage box dividers. So depending on how many you need and whether or not you want the pockets, the 12 by 12 tab divider pockets are like this. I left one in there, right? So you get the tab and the pocket. You get these in sets of 5. And then there's the 12 by 12 paper storage box dividers. And those are just plastic dividers, and there are 10 dividers. So if you want pockets, get the 12 by 12 tab divider pocket. If you just want dividers, and those fit in everything. Both of those fit in all the 12 by 12 stuff.
Okay, Helen Salter wants to know, what will 4 Stamps of Life 6x9 paper pads?
What will hold Stamps of Life 6x9 paper pads?
Bag work.
I don't know. That's a good question. The 6x9 paper pads will fit in the new slimline storage. Will they fit in there, or is that 9x4? Let's see. 6.5. Woo. This is exactly 9 tall. So the Sarah Buddy bag, if you pull out the little step in the bottom, but also I think the Kirsten Buddy bag, which is a little bit taller. Yeah, I would go with Kirsten. She's a little bit taller, a little bit wider. Yeah, she's just a bigger girl all around. So it's going to be a better fit. And then size matters. And then the lid on her folds all the way back real easily. So to accessing that, and she's going to work with the 8x5 pockets. So if you want to have some scrap pockets in there with your 6x9 paper, I think Kirsten is probably your best bet. I'm going to ask Stephanie, 6x9 paper, to send me some so I can have those and test them out, and then I'll be able to, but I'm pretty sure that you're going to like Kirsten better than Sarah for paper storage and accessibility. This slanted design works really well for that kind of thing. It protects the edges and the sides and the top, but it gives you lots of easy access as well. So since I have this out right now, this is Sarah. So I wonder if these will fit in there. Closed up. There's a Stephanie thing. Oh no, they don't fit either. So
why did you take the insert out?
Then it's all wonky. It doesn't hold its shape. So I would go with Kirsten. I think that she's going to be a better bet, but I'm going to ask Stephanie to send me some 6x9 paper pads so I can test them out. That would be great. That would be great.
Reposting question. Speaking of Kiwi Lane, I would dearly love a carrier for all of my templates, like a large shoebox size, made out of the sturdiness of the workstation and ditto bag with the shoulder strap and zipper lid in hot pink.
All right, let's see. I'll put it on the list. I don't know that I can do the hot pink thing, but I probably can do the tote. I think the tote idea is actually a really great idea. Now, Kiwi Lane does some larger templates that puts us into the 12 by 12 space, which is similar to a lot of things that we do. But if we did it in the smaller size, you wouldn't be able to put your 12 by 12 templates in there. How do you feel about that? That's a question. That is a question. So Ponce Alarcon says, please refresh my memory. Did you say there will be a 12 by 12 paper taker with interchangeable compartments? Yes, I did say that.
But she also just reposted that actually I was asking TT will be making a 12 by 12 2-drawer, 4-drawer storage bag. Sorry for the confusion.
Yes, there is. The new 12 by 12 storage and supply cases will come with 4 drawers, 2 drawers, and 6 drawers. And the 6-drawer one is 3 rectangle drawers that all hook together, so they all pull out at the same time. So they'll go down the front. And then it has 3 long, skinny drawers. So knitting needles, rulers, scissors, any long, skinny tools. You're going to have 3 of those. And then, of course, like the other storage and supply cases, they're all dimensionalized, so you can mix and match them into each other to get the perfect bag for your supplies. And I think that's going to be released. I believe the release date is October on Home Shopping Network. Sometimes we have them on our website first, but I think they're going to be out on HSN first. We will let you know on that when they're ready, when they're available. All right. Tinkle's Garden and Home Life. What would be the best way to store the little ink pots from Crafter's Companion? Right now I have them in the stadium, but I like it for dyes. Irene in Georgia. Tinkle's Garden and Home Life. What would be the best way to store the little ink pots from Crafter's Companion? I have never seen the little ink pots that Crafter's Companion makes. So I'm not sure if it's a little round one or a little square one, or here's a couple of small ink pad storage options. So these are rectangular ink pads. This is the Shelly Buddy bag. So what I have here, this is Stephanie's older style of ink pad. I have the ink pad, and then this is the dauber that goes with that color of ink in there. So if you're talking about small ink pads, there's those sizes. And then there's also these little square ones that are super common, like Tim Holtz, Stephanie, Stampin' Up. They all do the square. So this, again, is the Shelly Buddy bag. And then the Memento inks also fit in the Shelly. So if you're looking for something along those lines, these are good options for that. Also, the 8-drawer storage and supply case, depending on how many you have, is a great option. So this is the Gina K. So this is the 8-drawer storage and supply case, and I took out 6 of the drawers and put in the big inks that match the small inks, and then I put the daubers in as well. So I just kept, you can kind of see, 2 of the small drawers for the smaller ink pads, right? And then the big ink pads are just in the tray. So depending on what you've got.
Open up the top so we can see it better again.
So normally there would be 8 drawers. I'll show you one with 8 drawers with just small ink pads. But this was a way to keep the Gina K inks and the minis and the daubers together. So there's that with just Gina K in it. And then there's this one that has the 8 drawers, and it has a bunch of different brands of the small inks in there. And again, when you store these, you can label the front of the tray, and then you can stack them so that you do have easy access to the drawers, right? So I've got chalks and different kinds of inks there, and you've got that little extra space in the beginning of the drawer, so it's easy to get your finger in and pull them in and out. So the 8-drawer storage and supply case is a great solution for ink pads as well. And again, adding a label or writing on the very front of the drawer with a fine point Sharpie works really well. If you are writing on your plastic with a fine point Sharpie, most of us know this as crafters, but you can clean it off with rubbing alcohol really easily. So you don't need to worry that when you write on there, it's going to be permanent because it's a permanent marker. Rubbing alcohol will take it right off. So it's a great option for that.
All right. Danielle Boudraz wants to know, where do you store tools like scissor blades and their refills? I can never find the refills. And glue. I'm obsessed with score tape and have so many rolls.
Look at that. That works perfect. Score tape, glue. So this is a Kirsten bag. And I have got a few rolls of tape myself. And then I've also just slid some in between the box and the vinyl bag, right? So different sizes, pop dots. So this is a great way if you're kind of a junkie like me. This big bag holds every size of tape that I own. And then again, you can keep the flat things, pop dots, those type of things, just slide them into that along the outside of it. Gives you a little bit more visual on things that are smaller. Glue in general is great in I had one right here that was all full of glue. I wonder where I put it. Slide, stash, and store. But I love the Stadium Arranger for adhesives as well. Slide that up there. I have one right here. Well, it's got a few other things stored in it too. But so if you are a junkie for sticky things, this is the 4-level Stadium Arranger. And you can see I've got, and I could even put undo. It's my undo bottle's empty. I need to refill it. I could even put, that's a weird thing. So these are just pockets with pop dots and clear glue dots in them. But this is a great way to store and have access to all of those different types of adhesives sort of at your fingertips. So if you have a room on your desktop to use something like a 4-level Stadium Arranger, I believe this is available at most big Joann stores. So it's available on our website. It's definitely available on the Joann website, and most big Joann stores have it. So if you got a 40 off coupon and you have a big Joann store that carries a desk-made line, that's a great place to pick this up. This one, and they also carry this one at the big Joann store. So either our website or Joann, but it's a great place to have all your adhesives right out in front of you. Did I answer that question, or did I miss one thing in that? I think that's it. I think that's it.
I've got another one for you.
Uh-oh, Susie has another question.
Why do you use Velcro and not zippers on buddy bags? Is it a functional or cost efficient? I use buddy bags for so many things.
The cost is negligible between zippers and Velcro. Velcro is kind of a pain in the neck because you got to rip it open, right? But Velcro is less likely to break or get damaged than a zipper. And so that is kind of how we ended up with Velcro over zippers. Velcro allowed us to do some other things that like roll back the lid on your Deborah or your Terry and secure it, give us 2 levels of Velcro on something like the Dawn buddy bag. So you could use her short or tall because you could adjust that top flap either way. So those are the kinds of things that Velcro allows us to do. Zippers are a little bit easier. They're kind of bulky. It's a little more difficult to actually get them onto the bag. Now, with that said, we do have a line of bags coming out. They're not buddy bags. This is a big sneak peek, verbal sneak peek. We are finishing up, just putting the finishing touches on a line of bags that do zip. So they have the handle on the top instead of on the side. They're really cute. I'm very excited about them. I don't think I've talked about those at all to you guys, Tuesday Tribe. I don't think those are going to be available until January. But I also think that they might be something that the Stamps of Life is going to release first. Oh. So if you're not on Stephanie Bernard's mailing list, thestampsoflife.com, she does a lot of first releases, even before we do. She does a lot of first releases of Totally Tiffany products. So if you're not a club member over there, look at her club because you save money. Once you join the club, you save money on every purchase. But at the very least, get over there and sign up for her email list so that you know when she is going to do a release. Excuse me. She does a lot of Crafters Companion stuff as well. So just a great resource. And I don't know for sure, but I think there's a couple of new things, maybe as early as this fall, that are coming out first at the Stamps of Life.
All right.
I'm not sure how this is
one time you're considering a container to help with stacking the store and go bags.
Yes, stacking the store and go bags. I think the best option for that, we couldn't come up with a cost-effective option. We talked about this, I think maybe last week. I believe it's Hobby Lobby, and they have a wireframe paper storage rack that has some adjustability to it, and it is the right size to hold these. So you can see I've got them stacked up, right? Like you're going to use them for a drawer, but you can only stack them up about 3 high. Depends how wholly loaded they are and how heavy they get. So if you want a frame, I believe it's a Hobby Lobby paper storage rack or something. Are you looking for it right now, Susie?
Oh, I can.
Susie's got fast fingers on her computer, but it's like grid, like metal grid, and it has shelves that stack in. And I believe that that is the right one, and you can put that on your shelf if you want to have them on a shelf. Why do you need them on a shelf instead of just stacked up the way that I've done it, like the way I did my washi tape addiction video? Because if you, I'm laughing at Susie because we were talking about hot flashes just before we started the show, and she's just like, I'm not one now. Some of that is that it's Hobby Lobby paper, 12 by 12 paper storage rack. Okay, anyway, if they're all stacked up when you're using them at home, when you're going to travel with them, you have to unstack them and close the lid and take it with you. But if you have them on that rack, you can use them open and pull the drawers in and out. But when you're going to travel with them, you only have to pull out the one that's on that shelf. So it just makes it a little bit more convenient if you're going to travel with them or move them around a bit or any of those types of things. So that is kind of the sort of the why we were looking at doing that, because it makes it easy.
Search is not pulling up what.
All right. They may not have it. And maybe
everything from wooden tortoise to.
Yeah, they may not have it. I'll try to look. I'll look and see if I can find one. I may even order one just to verify that it fits, because I got all that information secondhand. So I may do that just so I make sure I'm giving out good info, good intel. All right, my friends, I think we've answered all the questions. So it's time for Leanne to choose a winner. So hopefully everybody got their questions, their comments, their howdy round, whatever you want to call it, up so that your name is in for the drawing. Remember, the clear lowest tote is on special today in bundles. So there's a variety of bundles on the on special tab on the Totally Tiffany website. I apologize, anybody outside of the US, you can't shop, you can't take advantage of the bundles, but we're working on fixing that. There's my favorite one, has the 5 12 by 12 fab files, and then you're getting the lowest tote for free. Because it's the clear lowest tote, it's really easy to wipe everything out of it. So if you're doing messy stuff or picnic stuff or anything like that, it makes it really easy to clean that one. And then there's a bundle with buddy bags and a bundle with paper handlers. I think there was one other bundle also, but you're getting the lowest tote free in any of those bundles. And that is our Tuesday Tribe Tuesday live special. So look on the on special tab and you will find that special there. Also, don't forget to join us. Susie will be here. I'll be here. We'll be live on Craft House, which is on Crafters TV on the Crafters Companion channel on Saturday morning, 10 a.m. Pacific, which is 1 p.m. Eastern. And I think that's around 7 o'clock in the UK. Carol Ann Hanley, if you're on board, maybe you can confirm what time that starts in the UK. All right, let's have a little drum roll. Our winner this week, Delphine Reinhardt. Delphine, congratulations. If you don't already have a Club Inspire account, you definitely should, but sign up for one before you email prizes@crafterscompanion.com. That's prizes with an S at crafterscompanion.com. And then let them know you are this week's winner, Totally Tiffany Tuesday Live Tuesday Tribe winner, and they will get your $25 credit loaded into your Club Inspire account, and you can buy all the goodies your little heart desires from the TT site or from the Crafters Companion site if you're in the UK. So even if you're in the UK, you're still going to get the $25. That doesn't, just because you can't shop on the actual TT site, that doesn't matter. All right, my friends, I think that wraps up another Tuesday live. Thanks for joining me. It was great to have you. You all know this is my favorite day of the week, my favorite thing. I look forward to it every week. So I'm glad you were here with me, and I will see all of you hopefully Saturday morning on Craft House. And if you're not joining us on Craft House, I'll see you next Tuesday. Have a great rest of your day.